Yeah, we had a great weekend at Kavik in Rhinelander, Wisconsin. We came away with our first CCSA overall team win. So both the women's and the men's team had overall team titles for the weekend. That was really cool. That was a big goal of ours as a team that we set heading into the season. And I think in reality we didn't have 100% participation from all the CCSA teams through the weekend, mainly due to some cold temps and some coaching choices that some other coaches just didn't want their athletes in those elements, and that's totally understandable. But at the same time, it was great for our athletes to realize the opportunity to capitalize on that and really make sure that they could pull some great results out in both individually and as a team for the weekend. Yeah, it was great to have Sarah back racing at the level that we know she will for the rest of the season for sure. She didn't have the greatest U.S. cross-country championships, and so it was great to see her being able to be up there competing, in second place on the first day and winning the second day. That's where I know she's going to be able to be for the rest of the season. Amanda Kautzer having a great race on Sunday, close battle for the top three and coming out with a 1-2 finish for our women's. That was really exciting. And having Erin Lip up there in the top 10 as well, that really sealed it for our women's team. On the men's side, it was fun to see some different podium contenders on the 2 days. We had Christopher Volset, our Norwegian, in third on the first day in the classic race, with some really strong NMU guys, and then on the second day, we had close to a podium sweep for the men's team with Patrick Acton leading the charge, followed by senior Tom Bai. So it was great to have some different guys step up each day, and I think you need really two things. You need athletes to really be on the podium in order to be able to take a team title for a weekend, and you do need more than one athlete to be up there in the top five if possible. And so to have multiple athletes in the top five and a handful in the top 10 was really good. Was really good to see, and I think it'll help build some confidence for the team heading into the rest of the season. When it's really cold, as it was in Rhinelander this weekend, you really have to do two things effectively. You have to, kind of extend your warm-up because it takes longer to actually warm your body up for the races. So for a pre-race, what the athletes typically do is they build in their intensity closer to the start of the race, and that both warms their aerobic and anaerobic systems up so that when they start the race, they're ready to fire at full cylinders. And I think the one thing is it takes longer to work through those gears and those intensity zones is what we call them, in terms of getting prepared to really give your best effort from the start. And then secondly is it's really important to make sure you time your warm-up properly. And so really trying to push your warm-up as close to your start as possible is really important because you don't want to get cold before or after your warm-up as you're stripping your outer layers down, and you're taking care of your last-minute things before the race start. And so that was a little bit of a thing that we learned from the first day, that we were able to do a better job of the second day, is making sure that we timed our warm-ups a little better, and so that the athletes are ready to fire it up right from the start and not feel too stiff from the line. Yeah, so this weekend, the NMU Invite CCSA races, we're going to look to build upon our experiences that we had in our season opener there. It was great for all of our first-year student athletes to have an opportunity to race in those courses because they are pretty technically challenging courses, some really fun steep uphills and really fast steep technical downhills. So you have to know how to charge those and be able to, more so than anything, not lose time. And then for all of our returning athletes, it's still, the more you race a course, the better you actually get at being able to race that course, because you learn how to ski it, and so the more opportunities that we have on a course like all qual. It really helps our student athletes, and we're gonna use our experience to from earlier in the season to hopefully fuel some strong team performances this weekend. Yeah, so the September 6th and 7th, this coming fall, we are going to host the Tech Ultras, which is a new ultra trail running event at the Michigan Tech Recreational Forest Nordic Ski Trails. It's going to be a 5-kilometer fun run the night of the 6th, and then all day on the 7th, we're going to have 25-kilometer race, 50-kilometer race, and even a 50-mile race that'll be 1, 2, and 3 loops of our entire single track trail systems. So it'll be a really cool ultra event that will really push limits of endurance, and I think that's a really fun thing to have with an event like this. Is you draw competitors that really want to test their human limits. And obviously to have the trail system here at Michigan Tech that we can host an event like that is really something special. So it'll be really fun for us because we're really looking forward to it as Olympic sports programs, all of our coaching staff and our student athletes, as it'll be hosted by the Michigan Tech cross country, Nordic, and track and field programs, and also a fundraiser for all 3 programs.